Right, well that's me dumped in the middle of nowhere. BOV disappearing off, and as a crow flies I'm probably about 10 miles from home. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go and have a look at a couple of sites that are perhaps suitable for a couple of stealth camps. Sorry about the wobble. Yeah, a couple of stealth camps, but it'll be a 2-night overnighter. So yeah, I'm off down that way. Road used as a public path, RECCE, and I'm hoping that I'm going to spend my first night in there, but not tonight. I'm just going to throw up a tarp, see how busy it is. Bring you back in a bit. Cheers. Right, just walking along. Been walking for about half an hour, I suppose. Land Rover off-road event. You know, Rich, if you like this, if you watch this, I mean, you'll be excited down here, I'll tell you. All short wheelbase though, mate. No ambulances. And a couple of bog standards over there. But anyway, we're going that way. Cheers. Right then, believe it or not, this is actually a road. Road used as a public path. Left the Land Rover's back. If I left that clip in, that is. I left the Land Rover's back a while back, and we're just getting into the woods. And yeah, these are the woods that I want to actually do a recce on. Find myself a bit of a location, and somewhere I can walk into, and this will be probably the second night. Well, it will be the second night of the trip. Only about sort of 10 miles in between each one. A lot of planning needs to go into it so that I can tell people where I'm going and stuff like that. But quite a decent thick wood. And that's where I've just come from up there. Yeah, you wouldn't want to bring your blinking car down here, would you? But road use as a public path, as I say. Anyway, I'll bring you back once I get into the woods. Cheers. Right, down into the woods now. Been walking for a while now, and I haven't seen a soul. It's great. So yeah, following a bit of an old track down here, or a path, and I'm just going to look for somewhere to set up and have a brew and possibly something to eat. I'm meant to be home later on for a curry, so can't hang around too long. But yeah, the roads, or the RECCE is down there somewhere, and I just want to find somewhere fairly flat where I could spend the night, or failing that I'll bring my hammock. Anyway, bring you back when I'm set up. Cheers. Right guys, I push right up to the edge of the woods towards the top of the hill, not overlooked by anybody, and I've probably got a hill that side of me that's not overlooked, and I've been over and checked, and there's no footpaths or anything like that on there. Gonna sort of throw a tarp up here. It's just starting to spit with rain. I'm gonna have a brew, and I'm just gonna sit here for an hour, and because hopefully week after next is when I'm going to come up here, so I'll just sort of get the ambience of the area, if that's the right word, and see if there's many people walking. I don't think there will be at this time of year, but as you can see, there's tons and tons of deadfall, so I won't be carrying my gas. Problem will be lighting the stuff, and literally just where I'm sat there, so I'll dig a hole there, get a fire going, do a bit of cooking here, probably run a tarp off the fence, and I'll see how it goes. Looks like I've got a badger set just there, possibly rabbits I suppose, I'm sure somebody will put me right, but if we look over there, more holes. I mean, look at all that deadfall. So I won't have to do anything to any trees, just have to make sure I can light the stuff. Right guys, I'm going to put my tarp up and I'll bring you back in a bit. Cheers. Before I get the tarp up, I just thought I'd show you this. Right in the top of my Bergen, because I'm stopping now. I'm going to be here, I'm going to be sat down for at least an hour. So the first thing out, Norwegian shirt. That'll be going on while I set everything up, or just after I set everything up. Keep me warm, keep me cosy, get myself a brew on. Happy days. Everything's in a nice dry bag in there, so I shouldn't have any issues. Anyway, this time I am going to get my tarp up. Cheers. Right, tarp's up. I'm warming up. Got my Norwegian shirt on. Lovely and warm. Guys, if you haven't tried one of these, cheapest chips now because nobody wants to buy them. And well worth it, especially for overnight in a sleeping bag or something. And while we're on about sort of warm stuff, left my jacket there. So it's drying out a little bit of sweat out of it and all stuff like that. But yeah guys, if you haven't tried these trousers before, let's just zoom out. Soft shell trousers made by, see if we can get that, those people. Fairly cheap. Boy are they warm. Again, ideal, probably not ideal for walking in, but I use them for that. But tarps there, wouldn't leave it that high during the night in case it rained. I'd bring it right down. But as you can see, I've got a nice flat bit of ground there that I'm going to lie on. As I say, not tonight, but this is going to be my site. I'll mark it, although it's quite easy to find for me. Marked it on my GPS. But just get a brew on and I'll bring you back in a minute. Cheers. Alright, all cleared up now. Fed and watered. As you can see, no trace. So I'm going to push down the woods down through there. And as I'm going, if I can do it, actually I better sort of, yeah, that brings me to a point really, the phone going off there. Middle of nowhere, probably 5 miles from the nearest house. Yes, alright phone. And how do I know where I am? Well, what I do is, somebody really wants me, so I better get back to you in a minute. Cheers. Yeah, anyway, sorry for that. Yeah, as I was saying, what I do is I plan my route roughly. My phone gives out its position anyway. I make sure that somebody knows how to work that, and you know, as much as I can do. I mean, at the top of a fairly steep bank here, hopefully you can pick that out, losing the light a bit, but yeah, I think it's important, because the last thing you want to do is ring up and say, oh yeah, I broke me ankle and where am I? I'm sure it's happened to other people, and I don't want to cause distress or injury to anybody else. So anyway, just something to think about when you're off on your wanders. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing. I'm off down that way, pick up the rup again, and off towards home. I'll bring you back if there's anything else to say. Cheers. Right guys, just come out of the woods there, just pushed out there. There was a break in the fence line, so I made the use of it. And as well as doing this recce, on the ground recce, what I've done is I've stopped for 5 minutes and had a look at my map. And noticed that I'm going to drop down into a real deep valley, and then I've got to come up the other side. So what I'm doing is, there's the valley down there, so you can see how deep it is, and then I have to walk back up the other side. So what I'm doing is I'm contouring around the side of this hill to save me energy. You can see, hopefully the weather's starting to roll in and I'm losing the light. So I'm going to do the best I can and get off towards home. Cheers then, bye. Right guys, hit the road. Been walking up there for about, I suppose, 3 miles. You can't really see the wood that I was set up in. It's beyond that pylon there, and to the left of it, if I'm honest. Sorry about the wind noise. It's actually my breathing. But my plan was to go up that way and then cut across some open moorland and then down into a housing estate, and then probably about another mile home. But just because I'm losing the light and I've got a curry on the go, I'm going to go straight down the roadway. No great shakes there, but I've had a good afternoon out. Found a couple of places actually I could camp, in the loose sense of the word, stealth camp, and that's what I intend doing. Anyway, nice convenient signpost there. Not that I need to read it because I know where I am now. Map's gone away in my backpack, my Bergen, and these are the first people I've seen in the last 3 hours, I suppose. And if you're in that car, thanks for the lift. No, I wouldn't have wanted one anyway. But I'm here now. Know exactly where I am. As I said, that's the way I was going to go. But I know it's a lot quicker. Well, 3/4 of an hour quicker that way. If I see anything or do anything between now and the time I get home, I'll let you know. You can just start to see through there the house lights where I live, and one of those could be mine. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. As I say, if there's anything else worth talking about, I'll bring you back. Cheers. Well, not far now. It's the back of the old building. Not that long ago, so you come up here with a camera, somebody from that hut down there would have been coming up and saying to you, what are you up to? So there's the local town. Oh, excuse me, got a backpack on, can't lift it that high. Can't believe how many cars are up here. There's a better view. That's the top of the old building actually. You can see it, that green place there, all locked up and everybody's gone home now, permanently. You see, don't know whether it looks like it, but it's got a weather front rolling in over there. I think I'm just about to stay in front of it. Losing the lights, street lights are on, and wait for this car to go by. Surprised how people look at you funny when you're walking around with a camera in your hand. I think you're up to something. Anyway guys, I really am fairly close to home now. I'm probably within 3/4 of an hour. And I like people not knowing who I am, if I'm honest. So I'll leave you with the last look at the hill I've just walked down, walked up the other side of it, and hope you've enjoyed this little walk around the area. Cheers guys, bye.